I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give, you can't
Purpose
That's why I spend my life.
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You here for hot tea? All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. Today, I want to unpack some things that Mel's baby mama said in the interview that he had with Tasha K. And I also want to talk about one text message in particular where he thought he was exposing Mel when he was actually exposing himself. In the Tasha K interview, he was adamant about not saying anything positive about Mel. And I'm not sure what he thought this did other than prove the fact that he goes out of his way to try to tarnish her name and make her look bad. So let's get into it. It's much to break down. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload.
When God say go, God say go. When God say go, God say go.
Fans have been worried about Mel based on the things her baby mama have been saying on the internet and the depths that he'll go to expose her. So she took to her Instagram to let it be known that she is in training, and she also has security. She says, just finished another training session. Next one is tonight when the lights are out. She says, when I say this is so empowering, it has relieved my anxiety. It has given me a sense of comfort, being trained by the best of the best. She also says, I'm literally thinking about putting something together for the ladies so everybody knows how to stand on business at all times. Just call me Stealth, which in my opinion, I think would be fun. It'll be dope. She can sell her against abuse merch, give tips, meet people, network, etc.
She was trying to more set me up than me not cheat because she knew what she was doing. She wanted to catch me, almost like she tried to do shit now. Almost like she went to the and filed a report 11 months later. You know, she tried to do shit to set me up so she can, I got you type shit, you know?
First, starting out, it's absurd for him to even say Mel tries to set him up, because you had to cheat for her to try to get the evidence in order to have a divorce. Because in my opinion, what he's explaining is she tried to have or get the evidence in order for her to have an easy divorce, in my opinion. She wouldn't be able to have these conversations to try to get the evidence to allegedly set you up if you didn't already stick your hook and curb inside another woman. So again, the fact that he's unwilling to be accountable for anything and he's adamant about trying to throw Mel under the bus and trying to prove that it's basically all her fault just shows he's not an articulate person. He's uneducated and he's a fucking idiot because nothing he says makes sense.
I'm saying, just look at all of it. Everything. How she take me to court every other month. You know, anytime I sneeze hard, you sneeze hard, I'm taking you to court. You know?
What is it that you want?
Well, me knowing that you have too many babysitters, and I've talked to you several times about it. In terms of too many people, I feel raising my children, too many different influences. I don't know who have them at times because you got like about 10 different babysitters.
I don't have 10 different babysitters.
Well, I say 4 or 5.
I have 2.
Like, no, because 3 people watched them in one day. Last week or week before last?
Yeah.
Three people watched them. So you said 2, but that's 3 right there.
So your cousin's
in
not their
one day.
babysitter.
But she
watched them for a couple of hours, like
okay,
2, and that was only because you weren't
that's
able.
what's considered babysitting.
That was only because you weren't able to pick them up at the time that they would typically get out of school.
You know what I'm saying? All this abuse shit, she tried to get me. That's it. That's how she knew what she was doing, and I don't think she was like, stop cheating. It's like, I want to catch you and let me get all the evidence I can. Ariane, be my fucking friend.
He's sitting on Beyonce's internet trying to say that Mel didn't want him to stop cheating. So in the course of that 5 years, he's trying to say that Mel was not wanting him to stop cheating and work on his marriage. That is not why she stayed within the 5 years. She stayed within the 5 years just to set him up. That's what he's trying to say, because he's always been, or she has always been trying to set him up. He's an idiot, but this is just what he's trying to say. I just want to break this down because he's an idiot and I just want to move past this interview.
She told Ariane, if he come over, if I call you while he's there, here's the cue. She gave her a fucking cue or something like that.
Because he's not educated enough to know that when you are being cheated on or someone is doing something in the marriage that is not in the terms of the agreement, you have to have the evidence. She was not trying to be that whore's friend. The same way you were not trying to be a decent husband, which is why you would marry her on the day that she graduated and make it all about you and not about her, because she had gained security, something that you knew you would be able to benefit off of.
What the fuck? Some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that was some weird shit. Yeah. I'm not smiling at anything. I'm not smiling at anything dealing with Melody. I'm not.
Here's what's weird. So he is releasing text messages of him basically texting Melody, which is what he was arrested for: domestic violence, harassing, texting communications. So it's interesting that his PR said that he would be vindicated while in fact vindicating Mel. But in one breath, at the top of August 27th, he's texting Mel about the kids' physician. Then you get down to the evening time and he's sending her a text message harassing her. Mind you, in the interview, he did say that he deleted the part and threw it all off on Slarion and said he deleted it because she saw it in his phone. When we know that on Queen Sheba, he said that he took a screenshot of a video of her and I, per his words, even though he tried to get on the Tasha K interview and act like he didn't know what it was that he sent, because in the Tasha K interview, he said the picture that he sent or whatever he sent was blurry, so he would like to know what it is that they are talking about, which is also per his words. And I'll leave all of that in this video. I just want to break down certain parts at this moment. So in the next text message at 6 p.m., he texts her and he says, "Leave me the fuck alone. Stop speaking on me or anything about me. You're bullying me. You say one more thing about me at all, I'm going to treat you like you treat me." He then says, "I will go all the way in. I might ruin me, but you and your fans already trying. Now, please don't call my bluff, because at this point, I'm tired of you." Mel then responds and says, "I pay attention to promises and not threats." And then that's when we seen her make that social media post. For his next response to be after he sends that video, which you're not going to see here because he deletes it before showing Tasha K, or in my opinion, he deletes it once everything hits the fan on social media back in 2023, because he's an idiot and he thinks investigators can't do a deep dive on your phone even when you delete text messages. Okay, well, you and your people leave me alone is absolutely insane. And then he follows that up with a text message 2 days later and says, "I hope you are well. I received medicine for Melanie. What's wrong with her?" And I know there are going to be some idiot pick-me's that feels like, okay, but that's about the kids. But you can't threaten the mother of your kids 2 days before asking what's wrong with her. Figure it out. You a dad. Call her doctor. It's narcissistic, it's manipulative, and it's evil. It's mentally abusive. It's emotionally abusive. For him to laugh about it on the interview and say, "I'm all about the kids." No, you're not all about the kids. You use your kids as a tool to manipulate everybody, and not just Mel, but everybody else around you, and gaslight people. The same way he tried to use his kids against Chris for not letting him squat in them people's house. This is shit that's been normalized that we can't keep normalizing. Because men are willing to do the bare minimum, y'all are willing to overlook their manipulative, gaslighting, evil ways. And I think that's just not really right, and that's not fair. There was also another text message he sent Mel where he was trying to explain in depth of how he felt threatened about Mel. And in my opinion, he is trying to get a paper trail on Mel so he can say that Mel is abusive, so he would have the right to be able to hurt her. Regardless, the point would always stand. There is nothing Mel was ever going to be able to do to harm him, seeing as though he has the body power. And at the end of the day, the story that he told as far as running into the room and then, having to pull a gun or whatnot, he should have, at the very least, if he truly felt threatened, lock himself in the room. But the fact that he would pull a pow out on the mother of his children says more about him than anything. It's the fact that you would intentionally do something to her and you know you're wrong and lead things up to violence to the point to where you would try to hurt her for lashing out at you when you know that you are wrong. Like taking her money and sending it off to a side chick, you know there's going to be a reaction. And anybody that says they wouldn't react is absolutely insane. We have to talk about the people that are willing to antagonize people and feel some type of way when they get a reaction. You cannot antagonize people and think people are going to have your back when you get the reaction that you desire. Everything that Mel's baby mama is showing us is reactive abuse. You guys have to look it up. I've already spoken about it in my prior videos and I don't want to talk about it right now or really go in depth. His publicist made a statement and said that he would be vindicated, but the only thing that I'm seeing is Mel being vindicated over all the years that he's tried to tarnish her name. He's lied, he's gaslit, he's manipulated people, and instead of him just holding himself accountable for his actions within that marriage, he continues to try to throw her and everyone else under the bus that tries to give him some sense or talk some sense into him. He wants to stand on the fact that he believes Mel cheated when they were in the marriage. And at the very least, if you are going to say that, it's going to have to be after you had an affair with multiple women for multiple years. Period, point blank. And if you want to justify your actions after the fact when you knew you guys were separated and she was already filing for divorce and you already had another woman pregnant, then you are a fool, and that is why nothing good will ever happen to you. You have to be honest and you have to be accountable about the things that you choose to do in the world, or else you're going to continue to dig holes for yourself that you're going to have to lay in. Mel's baby mama isn't fooling anyone except the flunkies that want to suck his, hook and curve. In my opinion, Mel is absolutely vindicated. Mel's baby mama is insane. He is erratic and he absolutely needs to be held accountable because his mammy, Marlene, clearly ain't hold his ass accountable, which is why he is out here acting like he is entitled to Mel. At the very least, if he truly wants us to believe Mel has done all these things, why has he continued to go out of his way to harass her? We know what the facts are, and the facts are Mel's baby mama is evil and he needs to be held accountable. He needs to go to jail and he needs to move on. And if he wants to move on with Slarion, Cold Sore, and the other churn out of wedlock, he should do that and leave this woman alone. Nobody is convinced of the things that he is saying, and he's only dug a deeper hole for himself. He's fired. He's not going to be able to make as much money as he's been making because he's an idiot. The breadwinner was Mel, even though he's tried to convince the world that he was the breadwinner. He's not been able to pick himself up since he's been away from Mel. And it has nothing to do with the divorce. It has everything to do with him not repenting, him not holding himself accountable, and him trying to go out of his way to be revengeful and vindictive to people that did nothing to him. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what you got to say about all of this.
I heard it was more like
no, because it wasn't fine. You know what I'm saying? It will. I don't. Honestly, when you're looking for a wife, you're not looking at how fine she is. If you're looking at a woman, how fine she is, you're looking at something else. That's lust, and you want to just probably have sex or something like that.
Mel's baby mama looks at love as acts of servitude. Whatever you can provide for him, that is how he deemed love to be, which is something you should stay away from. He's continued to show that he is an opportunist. He is a man that is going to pick a woman that can provide something for him that he can't provide himself. The fact that he was willing to, or the fact that he even thought of marrying or proposing to Mel on the day of her graduation tells you that he is a narcissist and he is an opportunist. He was also older than her, y'all, at that time. The fact that he has placed Cold Sore on the lip as someone that he is now friends with, and that is someone that he is now courting after almost 10 years of using her to get back at his ex-wife, tells you everything about him, because in the midst of their courtship, he expects her to cook for him, cook for his children and the other kids that he has with Melody. He expects her to do the laundry. He expects her to clean. And he bases a woman based on her acts of servitude. Again, those type of men are dangerous, because it's never going to be about him actually loving you, but what it is that you can do for him. That's the same thing that we see with Kimmy and Maurice. It's what she can do for him based on keeping her legs open and pleasing him all the time, which is why he can't be empathetic to her while she's fighting a life-threatening disease. Even when it comes to Slorian, she needs to always keep her gator mouth open wide. And he bases her love on always keeping it open wide for him whenever he wants it. And she's an idiot, and she's delusional, and she goes for it.
So no, it was.
Well, that's
it
what
was
I was trying to clarify. Like, what was?
I'm not going there though.
But Martell, no.
I feel you, but yeah.
But I told you, I said, Martell, you've been put out as the villain for so long. I'm not trying to ask you to make Melody look good. What this does is this humanizes you.
Yeah.
This ain't about you kissing her ass. This ain't about you.
I
This
feel
is
that.
about humanizing you as a man, letting people see that vulnerable side that made her stay all those years, even past your sins.
You can't call on the phone and ask her what made her stay those years that she made a song about. I gave 5 years to cut her off or whatever. You didn't ask her that? No one asked her that. Why did you stay those additional years?
I did ask her.
Beyond just the kids. It wasn't the kids. Like what was it that made you stay with Martell? What was it? It's just the fact that she's taken me through some of the most trying times in my life, and it's for fucking TV. It's for a storyline. It's for to get the kids back on TV and to film and all this stupid shit, that we've been in court for. Like we got court the 30th of this month. You know what I'm saying?
Parental court? What?
Yeah, because she wants the kids back on TV. She wants the kids back on social media.
And you don't want them?
I don't want them. I had them taken off.
See, that's what we need to talk about, Martell.
I'm down to talk about that, but I don't want to talk about what made me fall for her. And
no, what was it that not fall for her, but like that moment, like, okay, this is a woman that I can build with. This is what I thought at the time. Where you were in your life.
It's not at one moment.
He's evil and he's a bum. Y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all got to say about all of this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the post notification bell so you guys are up to date each and every time that I upload. In
life, one day I'm like looking at this woman because we just wanted to date, like, oh, this is a woman I can do X. No, when I say it happened organically, it's like, no, I used to invite her on dates. We used to go on dates, go to the movies. It's like we was inseparable. It's like we used to just do certain things every single day. We built that bond rather quickly,
So how soon did you guys get married after you met?
So I think we met like in January, February, and I proposed to her on our graduation date, which was December, I think.
That was.
Yeah. I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah. I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give, you can't replace.
It's not in the case of anybody.